Welcome back to Weekend Smile. Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Kumar Fyah is here to share his musical journey since his split from the band Raging Fire. Welcome, Kumar. Long time no see.
I'm here, long time as well, long time, man.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yes, I'm alive.
That is good.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of persons, I remember when I saw Kumar and Raging Fire for the first time when I think you were doing your final year presentation, was it at Edna?
A long time.
That's a long time, and I remember I saw you were lead singer,
yes.
And I was like, whoa, this band is so amazing. Them Afri bus, them must bus, and they did bus.
Yes, massive.
So for a lot of persons who are probably not familiar with your musical journey, and just how you got started in everything, please share with us. I touched on it, but I would like you to do so.
Well, for me, I started out in music very early. Because when I left Monroe College in St. Elizabeth, I decided to do Edna Manley, but my parents weren't having it. Mm-hmm. So I started out UTech for a while, a program at UTech doing engineering. You'd say mechanical engineering. But after a few months of that and wasting mommy's school fees, sorry, mommy, we decided to actually, take it further. And I went to Edna Manley where, I met some great musicians, who we were formerly in a band, Raging Fire. It was our heart and soul. So Raging Fire started out, when I went there, we started to do like Wiki Waki.
Yeah.
So many people might remember.
I remember seeing you guys at Wiki Waki when you guys had bonfire. Yeah.
So we did Wiki Waki for years, and it has been a journey. We got nominated for the Grammys on our third album, Everlasting, through VP Dobraka's imprint. Mm-hmm. So that was a milestone in my career so far. And we've been really touring the world, but then I parted ways with the band in 2018, and the world heard the story, and I'm still taking, all the messages from everybody saying, but really and truly, music is life, and when you're playing music with who you want to play music with, then it's gonna always be magic.
Yeah, definitely. How has your music evolved over the years? Because you touched on your history a little bit, from your Edna days to Wiki Waki to being nominated for the Grammys with the group on your third album to where you are now. Yes. So how has the music evolved over the years? And of course, in terms of the influences on your sound, what would you say influences your sound?
Reality, truth. Mm-hmm. So for me, if I don't feel it, I'm a very emotional singer. So when I'm singing, I have to be a part of the song, like even on stage. Imagine singing a song like Judgment Day that the world has come to love. I've performed that song thousands of times, from rehearsals to being on stage. So if you don't have that conviction, if you don't believe the words of your own song, then you're gonna get bored singing them on tour. So for me, I try to stay honest and and show, I give you me, So basically when I'm on stage, it's really sharing myself with everybody else, and feeding off their energy as well. So my music, since I left the band, it hasn't changed much, in terms of, the reggae or the roots rocking sound. But what has changed is just there's more of Kumar, influencing the sound. And I'm playing my instruments, guitar, piano. So I would do ballads now. It's easier for me to do acoustic. And just little things that I could express myself better.
Would that be probably a personal experience as well?
Yes.
Because you said a little bit more of Kumar. So is that a little bit more of the personal side?
Yes, very much so. Because, music for me is how I communicate a lot with, even, at home with the wife and the kid. Mm-hmm. Like, we've been through a lot in the last 2 years, We lost Caleb, and it's April, so Caleb's birthday is coming up, my son who we lost. And, it sticks with me. Yeah. So because of that, songs like When the Smoke Clear, would be born. And Grateful, songs like Grateful would be born from experiences. And we just lost Gizmo, who is a part of Raging Fire, original guitar player on Judgment Day, the elder. Yeah. The elder in the band, the one who was our daddy. We lost Gizmo about 2 months ago, a month and a half, and we buried him. And that was also gut-wrenching, And for the first time, the band was together in one space because of that. And while it felt good, it also felt like, Jano, life is short, so why not try and fix things? And that led to me and the guys linking up again. So the original Fire, Tony Drums, them are Deborah's, we're hitting the road, so I'm heading out on Monday for vibes like that. So my music has to be personal, because if I don't feel it, yeah, I get my interest.
It's so, I mean, we really send our condolences to you,
Yes,
Kumar, and of course the band. Do you think that these experiences kind of shape the creative process of you and the band, or will it shape it moving forward?
Well, I would hope so. Talking to the guys again after 4 years, almost 5 years. Because when I walked, it was 2018, and we weren't in any form of communication until November of last year. And it's good that I could actually, because leaving the band, it was kind of bitter. Everybody was very, even me, I felt like I was, but getting over that and being a little bit more mature years later, giving it time, time heal all wounds, I would hope. But now we're looking forward to the future. And as Kumar, I have my plans, I have my future, and I'm willing to work with, my brothers who, we made some great songs together, and I think the world would love to see us playing them again. So the technicalities behind everything else that people are asking about, I can't explain that here and now, but I know that music is the winner.
In terms of the changes that you've managed to make to branch out and to maintain your solo career, what were some of those changes? Because I'm sure you had to kind of shove up a few things.
Man. And I went on a journey. So I went to a few countries, Indonesia. Like, I traveled just to kind of get a little bit more experience of who I really am, and how can I survive, on my own, not monetarily, but just mentally, and being able to, create the way I want to create. And it all boils down to confidence and, consistency, believing in yourself. And for me, enough times I wake up and I'm like, I can't write a song today, because you don't plan to write a song. But something just might happen, a phone call come in that throw off your day, and it leads to, you writing something that, who's to tell? Might not be a hit to everybody here, but then there's people out there that you reach with it. I always say, there's a bunch of fishes in the sea, and when them, if a big wave come and wash them out, you can't save all of them. You're going to have to walk and pick up one at a time, and maybe you can only save 5. And that's how my music is. If 5 people listen to it and they're changed, or them like it, or them say, comes. My day good.
That is good. So Kumar, you touched on a few things that have probably changed since you walked away from Raging Fire. Look at
I parted ways. I would say let's not use the word walk anymore,
so
because
I
parted ways, hoping that things would have worked out differently.
And guess what? It seems like you guys have come to some form of resolution because you've teamed up with the band members, some of the original band members.
There's 4 of us original. So myself, the drummer Anthony, keyboard player Demar, and original fire engineer Deborah, small and moving.
So since this new teaming up again, what are some of the plans that you have for the future?
Well, mainly right now it's fresh. We did 1 show in Florida in February. Well, 2 in Florida in February, which was really good. The Sarasota Black Party Festival as a band, and people were like, "What? You guys are back together?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're playing together, because we're not operating as Raging Fire.
Okay.
But it's Kumar and the original Fire. So when I leave next week, I'm heading to Colorado, doing acoustic for some of the shows with Natalie Rise, and then for Austin Reggae Festival, we'll play a double date, Friday and Saturday with the band.
Okay.
So that's a good look in Texas.
Quite busy on the road again.
We keep it going.
You're keeping the fire burning. We love that. We love that. Can you share any advice for any young or aspiring musicians or artists who are just starting out in the industry? You're starting out even as a group. You really want to make it. You want to get that big break. You want to find yourself.
You have to decide if you're doing music because you love music, or you want a career that you're going to make money. Because it's 2 different roads, So if you're really going in this thing to make money, then there's a lot of mentors out there that you can look to, and lots of artists who are actually doing it and making money. But if you're doing it because you love music and you're not going to, sell yourself short, because I'm not going to spend a year working on my album just to release it in 5 minutes. So I have to take pride in my work and my music, and I would advise young artists to do that as well. Time now going away. Nobody now, the song them will be here. And if it's a good song, 1,000 years from now, it'll still be here. And if you know that, then you know you're going to be here as well. So
All right.
be patient.
Thank you so much, Kumar. Great words of advice there. I think we're going to be hearing from you a little bit later on. Yeah.
Right.
So don't go anywhere, guys. Singer, songwriter Kumar Fyah. More when we return on Weekend Smile.